Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you new, I'm Jeanette from Embroider Sewing and Crafts. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be embroidering the knit blanket. This time what I'm going to be doing, different from the last video, is I'm actually going to be using the topping, okay, this towel topper. What this is going to do is it's going to serve as a barrier between my scissors and the knitted fabric. Okay, that way I don't accidentally cut the actual fabric. As you can see, looking at this blanket, okay, it came out really, really cute. However, you have to be extremely, extremely careful because if you are not, your scissor can accidentally cut the knit fabric, and before you know it, your blanket is totally ruined. Okay, as you can see, that is something that I did put scotch tape on here to try to hold it together, but of course this is not something I'm going to give to a customer. But if you look really, really closely, and I'm going to show you right here, you see that I already nipped it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try a method where you can make this, because it is super cute. A lot of people really like this, and try to make it as simple, as easy as possible, so that way you can cut the felt, all right, without worrying about cutting the knit, because this is very, very delicate, very unforgiving as well. Once you cut this knit, your blanket is hosed. It's not good anymore. So I want to try to avoid this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to embroider this again, okay, with the felt, but I'm actually going to use a topper. And this was recommended to me by one of the subscribers to give it a shot. And I think it is going to work, because what will happen is this will go underneath. I'll put the felt on top, and then this film, the topper, will actually serve as a barrier for me to not hit the knit as I'm going around cutting the felt. So let's see how this works out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the machine, and I'm actually going to embroider a name. This time I'm going to do the letter, the name Anne, and I'm going to hoop this, and I'm going to embroider this, and I'm going to do a different font. Let me show you the font that I'm going to be doing, okay? Okay, guys, let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see exactly what I am going to be embroidering this time. This is a different style font. This is actually called a rock chain font. It is not the same as I did with Emma, okay? I'm going to show you right now. Let me just scroll this a little down. As you can see with Emma, this is a bean stitch font, okay? See, it's just one stitch going on. I want to see how this one would actually look on the felt. I have a feeling that it would look pretty cute. But let's give it a shot. I figured at the same time in this video, we can try a new font, and at the same time, see if that topper would work as a really good barrier between the felt and the knit, okay? So I already have this saved on my USB. I'm going to go ahead and load this on my machine. Let's stitch it out, and let's see how it works. But let's go ahead and start hooping the knit fabric. I'm going to go over to the hooping station now. Okay, guys, here I am at my hooping station. I'm going to use the 8x9 mighty hoop. I'm using tearaway stabilizer. This tearaway stabilizer, I have to tell you, I am not a fan of. I recommend using a lightweight. This is a medium weight. I don't have a lightweight in hand, so I have to deal with what I have. So and these are just for samples anyway, so I will get some lightweight stabilizer for the actual customer orders that come in. So I'm going to take my blanket, and one of the things that I like to do is, I like to put it behind my thing, so that way there's no pull, because you got to remember, this is knit. So knit is extremely, extremely stretchy, right? So you want this to lay down as relaxed as possible on your hoop. You don't want it stretching or anything like that. You don't want to embroider it like this or like that. You want it to lay down relaxed, okay? Because what will happen is then it's going to crunch up on you, okay? So I'm going to just pull this out a little bit and see how nice, and I'm just laying it flat, nice and relaxed. I got Emma over here, but I'm going to put Ann right here, okay? Because this is just a blanket that I just got so I could test out different stitches. Okay, so I just pulled one out. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hoop this baby, okay? And notice how it's nice and relaxed. I'm not pulling or anything like that, okay? And there you go. I got this on here, all right? Now, what am I going to do? I'm actually going to take a piece of topper, okay, that I have. Let me just move you back a little bit so that you guys can see. I've got my little rotary cutter here. I'm going to take a piece of topper. I'm not going to cut that much, but just some. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the topper. I'm just going to lay it on. And then I'm going to take the felt and I'm going to lay the felt on here as well. But I'm also going to get the template from the software and lay it where I want it, which is really going to be in the middle and stuff. But if you are doing this for a customer, I do recommend that you just take the, always print out your embroidery design and then place it where you want it on the actual fabric so you can make sure that you are actually embroidering on the spot that you want. Okay, so let me take you over to the machine and we're going to show you how we're going to lay down everything so that way we can go ahead and start stitching. Hey, I want to show you something really quick before we start with the machine. This is my felt, and I usually get like the large size. I get them from Michael's because they're pretty economical here. One of the things that I like to do is I like to make the most of my felt, right? So what I will do is, I remember how I said to go ahead and print the template. Well, I print the template and then right here I can see that all I have to do is just cut this piece right here and I should be golden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rotary cutter and I'm just going to cut here and I'm going to cut here, and that is kind of enough felt for me to use for this blanket. And then I might have to take the scissors. Didn't really sure. I think my pinky smears could be just a little bit on the dull side, maybe. There you go. So yeah, I think I gotta get a new blade. There you go. There you go. All right, so you can see this will fit nicely in here. Okay, so let's go over to the machine and I'm going to embroider this, and it should come out really, really nice. And that way I have, enough and stuff. And see, and it kind of saves you on felt because you want to always have it so that way you can position your template so you know exactly like where you can cut the felt and still have like leftover. So like if I have another name, I could fit it here. Maybe I have a longer name. Maybe I could do it here. You guys get the idea. Or even like here if I have a super long name. So just wanted to give you an idea and stuff. So let's head back to the machine and let's talk about how we're going to do this, okay? Okay, guys, I am going to hoop this into the machine. Okay. Now, I do have a table where I can lay this. I'm just going to hold it, but this is not doing any type of stretch anyway because the magnets are pretty good at holding the thing. But if I did this for a customer, I would use the blanket thing. Hold on, I'm going to try to make sure it's nice and secure, and then I don't have, which I do. You always want to make sure that you're putting your stuff in neat. There you go. I knew it was bunched up. Okay. There you go. There you go. And then this is not in the way. There you go. Put it in there. And yep. I always run my hand underneath to make sure that everything in here is clear and I don't have anything in the way. Awesome. Okay. Now, I am actually going to use a different color. I'm actually going to use a dark pink. I want to see how that dark pink looks on the light pink. This is what I like about doing samples because you get to explore different things, okay? So to show you how I'm actually going to do this, okay, what is really good about the machine that I have, the 1055X, is when I scan, it will actually show me where on here I'm going to have the item. Okay, so I can go ahead and put the stuff on here. So what I'm going to do is, let me push you back so that you can see the buttons that I push and everything, because you know I like to be very thorough when I am showing you guys my stuff. Yeah, so here you go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan it, and it's going to do two things for me, okay? It's going to make sure that this kind of flows great, that I don't have anything that, like, you know, thumps or something like that. And it's going to show me exactly where the item is going to embroider. Okay, see how nice and smooth it goes? If you have something that's in the way, you'll probably hear like a thump or something like that. That means you should rehoop your item because you got something in the way. Now, as you can see, it actually shows, and I'm going to try to, move the tripod a little bit so that you guys can see exactly. It shows exactly where it's going to be on the hoop, all right? So because I now know that, I'm actually going to go on the actual item, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my topper, okay, down, because remember, that's going to serve as my barrier, and then I'm actually going to, with this, I'm going to put this on here. Okay, and then I want to scan it one more time because I want to make sure that I am hitting the area that I need for the felt. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan again. Okay, now I want you to take a look at this picture, okay, that's on the machine, all right? Okay, let's take a look at this picture, and I'm going to show you what you're looking at, okay? Now, the blue, okay, that you see right here with the and, that is the actual paper. The pink is what is going to be embroidered. So as you can see, it's a little off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down so that it's kind of like right on top of each other. There you go. Looks good there. That's about right. Okay. Now that I have that, I know that it's going to embroider right where my paper is. So I'm good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the start button and I'm going to start to embroider. Now, before you do that, you want to remove your paper. Okay. And you're going to get some chopsticks like I have right now. Let me just go get my real nice chopsticks. I always have chopsticks. Chopsticks are good. And what I do with the chopsticks is I kind of hold it down as it starts to stitch. Once a couple of the stitches are in place, you shouldn't have to do it because it'll probably hold it on its own. Okay, so I'm going to hit embroider. And the reason why I use the chopsticks is you don't want to use your fingers. Because you don't want to accidentally embroider on your fingers. It's coming out kind of cute. Now that I have enough stitches, I'm just going to let the machine do its thing, okay? And when it's done, let's go to the cutting table and let's see how the topper works out as a barrier between the knit and the felt. Okay, guys, this is done. So let's go over to the cutting table and let's take a look at it, okay? Okay, I really have to tell you, I really like the way the darker pink looks on top of the light pink. I think this looks really, really cute. I like the turnout and stuff. So now the moment of truth, okay? I'm gonna take this out and put the my mighty hoops aside, okay? And one of the things that we're gonna see, and I'm gonna get all my little trusty scissors. The one thing that we want to see is, will it be easier to cut if I have the topper right here? And already I kind of, in a way, can see that this is actually going to help a lot. So let's see if I have any accidents while I'm trying to cut this, because it really looks like it's going to be nice. So I'm going to bring you down so that you guys can see as I cut around this. There you go. And let's see how it works. Now, one of the things is some of the folks reached out and they said, you know, don't use the pointy scissors. Totally agree. Pointy scissors, I think even when you're cutting here, you're kind of risking it because you can cut the knit. This is very pointy. It will definitely even cut through here, even though I think this will cut too, but I think you're in a little safer place with this. I do have to get a more sharper pair. I don't really care for the way these cut, but it was just something that I wanted to try out. So to start off, because I have the topper, I do feel more confident in cutting around here, okay? Because as I have my hand here, I can kind of feel the topper, and I think it, you know, this is certainly doing a good job. Before, I was more like hesitant, like, oh my God, I'm gonna cut the thing. I feel a little more comfortable doing it this way. So already to me, this idea was kind of like a win. Now I am going to have to get better scissors, and I know someone sent me a link to another pair of scissors. They said I really should look into that, and I think I am definitely going to do that. Because these scissors are okay, but I think I could get a better pair. Now, as you can see, everything seems to be fine. And then what's cool is this washes away, and you can just like rip it out when you no longer need it. And what you want to do is you just want to cut the felt around. And what I like is because I can, with my hand, I feel the topper and then the felt, it makes it a little easier. I want to make sure you're seeing everything. Yeah, you are. Okay. I feel like I'm able to really like focus on giving a nice clean cut. See how nice? It's not like raggedy looking. I feel like I can really give it a clean cut. Okay. So far. Now this is time consuming. It's the same thing as doing an applique, because really think about it, that's really kind of what I am doing. I'm doing an applique around the letter. And then you know what I like too, because I have the topper, it really is serving as a barrier as I go inside the letters. So I like that. Look at that. I really like that. So my Miss Barbara, you gave me the suggestion. Thank you. And a couple of others put it in the chat as well, about do the topper. And it'll serve as a barrier. And you guys are so right. And this makes it so much enjoyable to do. Look at that, topper's not harmed. That means the blanket's not harmed. I really like this now. I'm excited. And I like the way this font looks. I think this font looks really nice. Yeah. I might be getting used to these scissors too. Pretty neat. Just gotta. This certainly does do the trick. Guys, this is the way to go. I'm serious. Look at that. I am more confident in cutting around, right? And I'm not like super afraid, like, oh my God, I'm going to mess up the blanket, because I have the topper as a barrier. And it makes it easier for me to cut. I love this. This is definitely a winner. You know, to me, it's definitely a winner. Okay, so, oh my God, I love doing this now. Now this is like going to be one of my favorite blankets to do. Look at that. Nice and neat. Let me make a little round. And you notice that I can even go faster than when I did my other video. My other video, I was like going a little super slow. Here, because I have the topper, I feel like I can go faster. I have more confidence that I'm not going to cut the knit blanket. Now, I am in total agreement with those folks that reached out and said, get away from those pointy scissors. Absolutely. I feel like having the round tip actually helps for you to really maneuver around here well. And look at how nice this is coming out. Oh my God. Oh, I love this, guys. I love embroidering, I tell you. I really do. I love doing this stuff. Because it's like, think about it. I mean, the unique stuff you can make for your friends, your family. You know, I mean, it's like, where else can you get something like this? Okay, now that I'm going way too fast, I hope I'm not like pushing the envelope and then gonna mess myself up. But no, I think I'm good. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, I'm excited. Okay, sorry guys. But I'm sure that you guys that love doing the embroidery as much as I do understand my excitement right now. Okay, it's a moment. Now, some of you guys asked me, how does this wash? I'm going to tell you something. It washes very, very well. Okay. I don't recommend putting it in the dryer. You just handle it like any other embroidery item. There you go. Look at that, how quick. And then I don't even have to worry about, oh my God, cutting this stick. Oh, wonderful. And you see how, I mean, if you guys watch the other one, the other videos, you guys will probably like, oh my God, that took a long time for you to cut out. But as you can see, it's like butter now. It really is. Because that topper is really working as a very nice barrier. And I really like that. That's pretty neat. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay. Almost done. And I didn't want to, I know that you guys that are sticking with me, I appreciate it. The reason why I don't want to fast forward in this section is because if I do something, a mistake, I want to be able to catch it on camera so that if you guys are attempting to do this, you don't make the same mistake. Okay? I don't like doing videos showing, oh my God, I'm perfect. That's not who I am. So, if you don't like mistakes, then I don't know. But I'm keeping mistakes in my videos because I like to show them off. This is done, guys. This is done. And let me clean this up because you guys know that those that watch me know I'm a neat crafter. Okay, so I got all this stuff over here. Hold on, I gotta throw this out real quick. Oh my God. All right, so let's take a look at this up close. Very nice. I like it. Now, you see I still have the topper, right? So the topper, I'm just going to, let's see how I'm going to get this off. Okay. Well, remember, this is a sticky stabilizer, so you should be able to just pull it off. Okay, or put water soluble, water on it. Let's see how I'm pulling it. Okay. Let's have water soluble here on the ends. I'm just going to pull it out. Oh, okay, look what I did. But that's a snag. That's a snag. I can fix that. When I pull okay, so when you're pulling the water soluble, be careful you don't pull the knits. Okay, I fixed it. There you go. I didn't pull it that bad. It snagged, it went right back in place. Okay. What do you think? It was right here that I had a little snag. But it's okay. Yeah, it's back in place. Now, I do have my tearaway stabilizer. Like I said, this is medium weight. I'm not too thrilled about using medium weight on this. I would use light. Okay. So as you can see, tearing it is a little bit of a problem. So when you're taking this off, use your finger and press down. Okay. Like you see me doing. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't think you are. Okay, there you go. See how I'm like right where this is, use your pressure, put down the pressure. That way you're not like pulling, and make sure you're not pulling the knit. You're just pulling the paper. But see how I run my finger through the stitches? That's how I kind of take it off. Another thing you can do is you can kind of like take the scissor and cut around it. I kind of don't like doing this sometimes because I don't want to accidentally cut my knit. Yeah, so this use light tearaway. I mean, I don't know why, but this, usually this stabilizer, when I ordered it on Amazon, sometimes you get something and then you order it again and it comes in a different way. And this one came different and I'm not exactly very happy with it. So I got a feeling that the stabilizer that I recommend using for this, the next time I do it, I'm going to use it, is the Easy. Use the one where it's perforated. Okay, let me show you. This is the one that I should have used. This one. Let's see, is it focusing? Let's see if it focuses, guys. Okay, here you go. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get it focused for you guys. There you go. This one is called Embroidering and Tearaway Easy Stitch. And you know why? Because this is perforated. Let me see if I can get a close-up so you guys can see it. See how it's perforated? And this would have been so much easier for me to tear. I should have used this and I didn't. So, but this is because this is a sample. So trust me, when I'm working on a customer order, I'm going to be using this for sure and this stabilizer for sure. I'm not going to be using the stabilizer that you see me using right now, because as you can see, it's very difficult to remove. Okay, I'm sure that if I put water on it, maybe that would have made it a little softer, but it's not something that I recommend. So let's turn it around. Let's take a look at it. All right, I want to put it against the Emma. There you go. All right, guys, so what do you guys think? Thank you so much, Barb, and everyone else that reached out to me and said, hey, use the topper as a barrier. Oh my God, what a difference. I did not cut the knit once, not even close. This works great. And it was easy to remove. Very, very easy to remove, okay? And I like the turnout. And I really like the dark pink with the pink. So now I am going to be embroidering these things like crazy and making a couple of samples to put on my Etsy shop. So you guys, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am all about embroidering, sewing, and doing all types of crafts. I love trying out new techniques, showing you guys what works, what don't work. I leave mistakes in there. Yeah, so this is perfect. Love it. This is really, really nice. It's going to come out really gorgeous. And, you know, it works good for the boys, too. This was another one that I did that had Jack on it. I also, right here, because I didn't know about the topper trick. Look, I cut the knit. See? So this really will save you the blanket. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, guys, like I said, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I do embroidery happy hour every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you guys later. Happy embroidering and happy sewing. Bye.